got this today, and then we got this other thing tomorrow, right?
Yeah. So you want to talk about what's happening tomorrow?
Al and I talked about it. He
Look
told
at Al's
me
there.
he told me to lead off and talk about what he asked me to talk about, and then shut up. And
That sounds
other
like Al.
and other people,
I didn't say that.
that's
Oh,
exactly what you
I
said,
didn't say
Al.
that.
You
But
said,
you
shut
understood
your
it though. You understood it that way,
you
but I just
said
didn't.
shut your pie hole for God's sakes. That's exactly what you told me. I got it written
Uh,
down here.
You have it.
Al, did you
Well, I
forget
was
to
only
tell me
repeating.
something?
I was only repeating what Mary Jo told me. Okay, that's right. All right, that I was just I was being yeah, just a voice.
Hey, Al, did you forget to tell me something?
Well, I think I was going to start today with that. So, tomorrow we have a very, very special guest for our uh, global connection. Guess who it is? Mr. Richard Brook is
The
our
person
special
who
guest.
got up an hour earlier just to be on our call before it started.
Huh?
Yeah,
Richard's been waiting for an hour for us.
Oh, why?
because my calendar's screwed up. It was screwed up last week too. Last week it said 5 a.m. I said, didn't the time change? Are you sure it's
Yeah,
5
the
a.m.?
time change.
And
Yeah.
they said, no, no, it's 6 a.m. Well, my calendar says 5 a.m. Okay, we'll
All
fix
right.
it.
So, because Richard was not going to talk a lot today, we figured tomorrow he gets the whole show.
What?
So tomorrow you get unfiltered Richard Brook.
Wow.
And it's going to be the most amazing global connection we've had all year. So I'm about to do a live today. It's so important. I'm going to do a live today, Richard, to promote it because I think Richard's got something to tell you guys that he's been waiting to tell you. And I think this is going to be the perfect opportunity to tell you. And I too want to make sure we all show up. I know there's a little bit of church time in there. We did move it to 1 p.m., a few months ago to allow you all to be able to go to church and get back. But tomorrow is going to be a very special global connection. So Mr. Global himself, Mr. Richard Brook, is going to be our special guest. So,
I'm going to start with a little non-denominational sermon.
oh, you are? Okay, then that's
Yeah.
perfect. You don't have to go to church, guys.
No, just come.
Pastor Brooke
I'll
will be in the house.
I'll tell you how it goes down.
but don't forget to send your tithe in.
I only I only asked for 10%.
All right. Well, I think we are right on top of the hour.
We
Uh,
are.
and I am Rose is here. Okay. We got Richard, we got Rose, we got myself, we got Lydia, we got Mary Jo. Uh, I think we got a pretty special Saturday huddle today, and I'm glad a lot of you have shown up. I'm so glad to see some of you guys. It's been, can I say we missed you guys, and it's just amazing what's going on. The testimonials, I don't know how many of you read Doris LaRock's testimonial. Pretty amazing, but all of you have had amazing testimonials. And I don't know if you feel it. I know we do. And I think, Richard, you've been around long enough to know when you see it. I feel momentum. I really, really do. I woke up this morning inspired, and I'm actually writing a little something about the battles. It's called the Battle of Culture, because while some other people are building their business on a culture of stealing people and all kinds of stuff, which shall remain nameless, but but if they think it's okay that those things can happen, and they're building their business on the back of other people that have built their business, that have built their legacy over 20, 30 years, that's a culture. You guys get it? That's a culture. you are building on some pretty weak foundation. And every company that's done that, I remember the days, and you will remember too, Richard. And there's a reason why I'm talking about this. Obviously, I'm not going to be, I don't have to be explicit about it, but I think it's important we have this conversation because I'm going to mirror that against the culture that we're building. And again, not to pat ourselves in the back, but we're doing something pretty extraordinary. But I remember the days of Modere literally raping and pillaging companies like Nerium and so on that were going through a little bit of a rough spot. And this is the deal. Modere is not here anymore. Neora is, but Modere is not. You know, in the history, everything I've seen, and Richard, you can jump in. It may not be the preaching you wanted to preach today, but
The preaching.
this I call that culture, and that culture catches up with you. Then I contrast that. Guys, I went through at 4 o'clock this morning. I was just going through our WhatsApp groups and to watch from not just the testimonials, but to see the level of support that I see with all of you, the way we're holding each other up, the way we are edifying each other, the way we are celebrating each other. It's unique, and I love the fact that now it's crossed continents. We got our Europeans, we got our North Americans. Pretty soon we'll have our South Africans. We are building a culture of lifting people up, edifying people, celebrating people, and you are building a culture of being grateful for Manatech, for the 21-day reset, for everything that you're getting from Richard, from myself, from Rose, from Lydia, from Mary Jo, from the whole team. Guys, that's a totally different culture. And which culture do you think is going to win at the end? Right? It doesn't take, we don't have to be brain surgeons. This is the culture that wins. Anybody else who's building their castles on the sands of destruction and raping, pillaging other people's legacy, guess what? There's a word in English. Yeah, there's an expression in English I'm not going to say, but you're going to finish it in your own mind. Karma is a you know what, and it's going to catch up with people. So I'm proud of you guys. I am really proud of you all. I'm proud of what I see happening, and I know the seeds are being planted the last, I don't know, couple of months. I'm going to create literally the tsunami in a very positive way. I hate to say that when Richard in Hawaii is listening because it's not a good word in Hawaii. I don't have to worry about it in Dallas, Texas, but in Hawaii, it's real. So
I
anyway,
like it.
I just want to say, guys, we're on the edge of something huge. And today is actually going to be part of that because it's about flipping the script on what normal people do the next couple of weeks, but setting ourselves up for something that could be literally the catalyst we need to just take all this stuff that's going on and turn it into a real economic upheaval that's gonna reach everybody here that's been consistent and persistent and has really is hunkering down and going for this like you are. So having said that, I'll turn it over to Richard. Richard and I are going to be short, but Rose has got some amazing information to share with you guys. I'm just going to set the stage a little bit on what I just said about why this next couple of weeks are pretty critical for this momentum that we're building. But anyways, Richard.
Yeah, thank you, Al. We just so appreciate what you had to say about culture. Um, I wish there was a fable that was a little more appropriate than the hare and the tortoise, but that's probably the closest one to the analogy of what wins in network marketing. And, the hare in network marketing utilizes any tactics, any strategy, any hype, any manipulation, any deception, and raiding other teams to set records. And when you listen to their hype and promotion, it's usually all about the records they set. Except if you track those people, and I could name them, right? I could fill a whole Zoom screen right here with people I know, people Al knows that have been around this industry 10, 20, 30 years, and they are record setters. Only trouble is they're on their fifth or sixth gig. They started over 5 or 6 times. Why? Well, because that strategy in network marketing does not work long term. It burns people out themselves because you can only hype and manipulate and lie so long before it just eats at your soul. And then you just burn out. And then, of course, you burn out your network. Why? Well, because they're tired of your story about, well, yeah, last week that was the greatest thing since sliced bread, but this week, oh, well, gee, we've been analyzing everything and, things change and, now we have the New Deal. I mean, you can do that once, but you can't do that 5 times and keep people following you. They smell a rat.
Yeah. Richard, just a minute. Lydia, can we record? Okay. Sorry about that, Richard. I
We
don't
are
want
recording.
Oh, we are recording? Okay, I
Yes.
don't see that here. Okay, all right, got it. Sorry about that, Richard. Let's go.
You want me to repeat all that?
No, it's being recorded. I just don't want to. I really don't want us to miss any of this. I want
I
us
just made it up. I can't repeat it.
the tortoise and the hare and the hare.
Who wins in network marketing is, well, if we could rewrite the fable something, it would be the tortoise that sprints, sprints and then rests and sprints and then rests. And because the tortoise is a marathoner, the tortoise is playing the infinite long game. The tortoise realizes the real value in network marketing is not how fast you do something. It's not even how much money you make. It is what kind of community, culture, as I was speaking about, what kind of customer base do you build that will pay you for generations? What would you rather have? $50,000 a month for 10 months or $5,000 a month for 100 years? Do the math, right? And so you're in the right place because Manatech has always proven now 31 years. This culture is king here. Real products, real value is king. Now, you got 12 months a year to do this, folks. And if you look at all the opportunities to take a month off because, it's spring break or it's kids are getting out of school or it's summer vacation or it's something, most people end up with maybe 6 out of the 12 months, which cuts your income in half. But of all the periods of time of the year, when do you think the best time is to sprint in network marketing? Now, if you were to ask that to 100 people that have been doing network marketing for 5 or 10 years, they might tell you like September, October, something like that. It's not a bad time to sprint. Kids are back in school. It's a good time to sprint. And some people might tell you, January, February, new year, everybody's setting goals. Yeah, it's a good time to sprint. You want to know the best time to sprint? Right now, like mid-November through the end of December, which is counterintuitive and atypical of what everybody's doing. Because the story is, oh, this is the holidays. And then what's in the unsaid about the holidays or the parentheses is everybody's focused on holiday parties and they're focused on family. And so it's not a good time to sprint. Au contraire, it's the best time to sprint right now. Why? Well, here's the reasons. For the same reasons that people think it's not a good time. People are in the holiday spirit, right? Would you agree that people, I know there's some people, if they don't have family and they're broke, maybe they're depressed around the holidays. Okay, let's not recruit them. But would you agree that you and people like you and people that you know are generally uplifted during the holidays? Like in a better mood, in good spirit, right? This just makes sense. Okay, if you're going to sell somebody something or recruit them into an opportunity, when do you think would be the best time to do it? When they're in high spirits or low spirits? Oh, gee, this is like Grant's Tomb kind of stuff. Yeah, high spirits. Now, what do people do during this time of year more than any other time of the year? They connect. They connect, right? It starts with Thanksgiving. Like there's a whole movement in this country that Thanksgiving ought to be the way more important holiday than Christmas. Christmas has been kind of hijacked. I don't think it has anything to do with what that's like baby Jesus was born. But now what we do is we go into debt buying everybody presents, and then they have to buy us presents because we bought them presents. And if we don't get enough presents, we're mad. And we got to make sure we take advantage of the Black Friday, Super Monday. Hello. Christmas is like, that's gone criminal. But Thanksgiving still has kind of a purity around it, right? All about gratitude. It's all about family getting together and sharing a meal. And what do we tend to do? Look how many of us during the holidays, all the way through Christmas, we're out like, going to parties and we're dropping gifts off to people and we're hugging people that we don't know. People during the holidays are not only in high spirits, they're in high connection networking mode. They're hugging people they haven't hugged all year. They're dropping in on people they haven't dropped in on all year. They're sending out positive messages, Christmas cards, right? This is the opportune time to be telling a story. And then, hey, what does everybody do January 1st when it comes to fitness and weight? Or even financial goals? Gosh darn it, this year, I'm drawing the line. This year, January 1st, here we go. I'm going to start saving money and making money. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to get in shape. Right? Everybody's their launch date might be January 1st, but when are they thinking about it? All during the holidays. So, and then here's the last reason, folks. And this just takes experience and seasoning. But if you were a stock and you wanted me to invest in you, and it was going to be based on your results in 2026, whether or not I invested in you would have more to do with what you did in January than any other time. How we start is how we finish. You want to have the best January you've ever had? When do you sow the seeds? When do you fill the pipeline? When do you create the momentum? Right now. Right now. I mean, this is already November 15th. Thanksgiving's 10 days away. You got 10 days to start filling the pipeline so that during some of these Thanksgiving vacations, people are going, I'm thinking about doing this the first of the year, right? And it's okay if people start the reset January 1st or 2nd because they got to order now to do that. They have to absorb the vision now. They have to ask their questions now. They have to go through that gestation period now. You got 6 weeks to get people ready to launch their reset in January. Or some people will launch December 26th, right? Okay, I've had enough. I've dumped enough trash in this vessel, right? We're all
No.
salt bloated and alcohol bloated and right? Some people start right after Christmas. Some people start the day after Thanksgiving, right? They're like, that was enough. This is the time. So I'm just saying, change your paradigm. Embrace the opportunity that's right in front of you. Sprint for the next 6 weeks. And then, what do you get to do in January? Harvest. That's what I have to say about that, Al.
All right. Well, Richard, I don't know if this is part of your thing but I saw a theme for tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
I really, I don't know how many of you, I mean, how to really have your best 2026. When do you get started? I think that would be an amazing message for tomorrow for sure. So, anyways, I'm gonna go through. Yeah. By the way, thank you, Richard. That was great. I'm gonna add a couple of things. You know what else people realize during the holidays? They become very conscious of their economic reality in a very unselfish way. Because I don't know about you, but holidays was always that time, Christmas time was always that time where I wish you could do more. You wish you could do more. And most of the time you realize, oh my God, I wish I could do more. I wish I had more to do more. So I think that's true. In my DNA, you know, if I go, back to the very, very early beginnings of my lineage in this industry, it was someone leaving a flyer on a windshield Christmas during the between Thanksgiving and Christmas in a shopping mall and in Hope, which is a store in Rhode Island. That's when my upline diamond got the message. Someone was being visible at a time where two young teachers who needed money could be reached to be able to even take a look at something like this. And eventually that started my lineage. They were my great grandfathers in the industry, eventually became my direct upline over the years because everybody else disappeared. But they started because someone put something in a windshield during the Christmas shopping holiday, time, and they responded. Then my biggest, my biggest, the 4 days that changed my absolute networking life was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday after Thanksgiving. So for me, I'm gonna ask your forgiveness up front because I'm gonna go hard in this next 10 minutes about trying to convince you that this is the best time. Although I think I think that Richard has already done a pretty good job with that. So I'm gonna pile on a little bit and then we're gonna bring in Rosemary to really give you the tools, right? Give you the tools for you to be the most visible that you can be during this holiday period. Does that make sense? Right? So let me just go ahead. I can share this. For some reason, my sharing is not working very well today, and at least for this past week. But let me try that again. Let me see if I can find this thing. Will it share? Yes, it does. Okay. Can you guys see this? All right. Can you see this?
Yes, we can.
Oh, you can. Okay. So basically, just staying in the same vein as Richard, as I digged into this a little bit more, I actually got even more convinced myself that this is the best time for us to flip the script. All right. So Black Friday 2025. Make money, don't spend it. Transform the biggest shopping day of the year into the most profitable sales weekend of your business this year. $74.4 billion will be spent in 24 hours. Are you going to be the one? You're going to be those people that are, storming the store, or you're going to be the one that's going to actually make the money? 169 people, 169 million people will be literally opening up their wallet. I love this saying. It says they're not browsing casually. They're in full buying mode with money ready to spend. So let's flip the script and position ourselves. That's what we're going to talk about today. How you position yourself during this holiday to really be on that earning side by being visible. You don't have to put a flyer on a windshield, but electronically, literally, that's what you're doing. Okay, $34.4 billion will be spent in 4 days. It will, just in online, which for me is important because we are an online business, right? So you are an online business. So while people are storming the stores, you'll be sitting home online and doing the things we're going to be talking about here. If you feel like doing that, obviously it's a choice. And a lot of what we're going to talk about is, are you willing to choose? Are you willing to flip the script? And if that's the case, there would be no better moment. So it's either you against 169 million people who are out there creating debt, or you are creating commissions. You're creating debt, creating commissions. You're getting a sweet deal on a television. You're getting 30% sweet deal on a television, or you're making 30 to 50% on changing people's life and plugging into the thing that viscerally everybody knows is they need to do something about their health, right? So the herd is creating holiday debt, which means that also it's going to be the best time for people to be thinking about how they're going to pay the bill for the holidays. So this is also not only a great time for the shopping part, but it's also a great time for us to position ourselves not only to create customers, but also for people that will be ready to be hearing the message of, creating income, because they're also realizing where they are financially, right? So that is, and what you do in those 2 weeks, in the next 2 weeks, as Richard was saying, creates a sustainable business into the next year, because these new customers that we're bringing in are people that, just like Mary Jo experienced, they got in because of the reset, and then they spent $300 the next month buying other products that they want because they want to continue that experience that they've had. Now, this is a great statistics. I love it. 304% growth in health and wellness product sales during this the Black Friday period, right? 304% health and wellness product sales increase. Consumer appetite, right? Maybe it's the timing of the year. Maybe it's people getting ready to make big health decisions for themselves. The difference is going to be, instead of just gimmicks, instead of just, let's throw stuff at them and let's give them discounts, whatever, we're really, Manatech is about delivering real value, right? Again, it sounds almost hypocritical that we're saying, well, the herd is going to be spending money, but we want them to spend money with us. Yeah, sure, we do. But also because we believe in return, they get real value. So we definitely want to lead with our strongest, with the Liver Reset Pack. And because of the holiday promotion, which I think you heard, right? We're going to be able to give the best deal we've ever been able to give. $399 gets you, $500 worth of product. You get $100, coupon, for future purchases. You get 3 free products, right, with the $399 purchase. There's never going to be a better value for $399 than what we're offering right now. So for those who are the fence sitters, or those who said they would, but they haven't, clicked buy yet, this is the best time for us to get back to them and go, look, it's never going to be better. Whether you're starting now, whether you're starting after the holidays, after Thanksgiving, whether you're starting January 1st, buy it now. It truly is a Black Friday deal for them if they're going to be doing this at some point in time. So my jingle is going to be give yourself a clean, happy liver for Christmas. All I want for Christmas is a clean, happy liver. So definitely it's perfect timing. Post Thanksgiving detox. Start 2026 strong from a health point of view. And the timing is perfect, right? If they start November 29th, they'll be done before Christmas, right? They have 21 days to get ready and then go a little crazy for Christmas. Their body is going to be in a better shape, in a better position to take the onslaught of the holidays if they take this time in between to do something about their health. I hope that makes sense to you guys. So I think a lot of this is just, and I will send you this presentation if you want for yourself, if you want to use it. But Black Friday is the best time to do this. Build the urgency. People are in a buying mode, maximum bonus value. We got this commission acceleration, 30 to 50%. No better time for you to be doing something with this. And basically, the idea is let's learn to stack the value of this so that they can see, so that the selling experience is easier because the deal is like nothing, almost too good to be true. Does that make sense? So I think you guys know about this, right? Getting the free products, the 3 free products when they buy this, the $100 coupon, right? All those things are part of this deal. So I'm going really, really fast because really for me, it's about listening to how we're going to be visible during this time. Does that make sense? So I'm just going to go through this really quick. Obviously, the idea of making, so this is the idea. Can you sell 5? Can you sell 5? Now, I'm going to take this opportunity to do 2 things. One, Lillian Mercado, I apologize. I kept promoting you as somebody who did 5. You didn't do 5, but you did recruit 5. So, but they gave me the name. So Lillian, that was phenomenal. You had a great October. But we had 2 people that actually sold 5 and got their 50% in October. But we want 10s, 20s, 50s, hundreds of people making the 5%, making the $1,000 in November. I think that would be definitely a great November to remember if they can do that. Can you do 5? Can you do 10? Right? Which, do you want to go normal? Do you want to go really like big? Big would be 10. Can you do 10? Look, I sold 12 encyclopedias worth $800 a piece. You had to literally take a small mortgage to buy it. I sold 12 of those in 4 days because people were home, because they were open. I didn't realize that. I was just desperate to make the rank. That's why I did it. But I didn't realize that all the things we're talking about today was present back then. Because every door I knocked on, somebody was home. They were home. And I could do what I had to do. And so can it be done? Can you do 10? Can you make $1,900? Can you make $2,000 in during this time? You can, right? It could be done, right? Because nothing's been ever easier than what we have right now. So 87.3 million people will be shopping online, credit card on hand, ready to go buy something. Give her the best gift you can possibly give them, which is the gift of health, the gift of a happy, clean liver. All right, so I'm done. I'm going to turn this back to Rose. I hope I made the case. Let me know if I make the case for why we should flip the switch this year, and maybe something we've never done before. We kind of left it to, well, you guys figure it out. I'm not letting you figure out. I'm telling you, with everything, every love that I have in my heart for you, I'm telling you, make this that 4 days, that one day, 10 years from now, you can say to people, the 4 days that totally flipped my career in network marketing. Because after those 4 days, 12 encyclopedias, my group sold over 100 encyclopedias in the next 12 months. I went from me being the first direct distributor in our organization in 8 years to having 8 new direct distributors in a year period because I set the example. I did 85% of the volume I needed to do to hit the rank. I did it by myself. And I never had to do that again. So I'm just telling you, 4 days can definitely change completely your trajectory in this industry. All right. Thank you, guys. And Rose, I'm turning it over to you.
Awesome, Al. Thank you. That was great. I'm going to skip over the why, the how, or the why part on my presentation because Al and Richard did a very good job on why this is the best time and why, especially with the holidays, people are ready to buy. They're in the holiday spirits and they already know Black Friday's coming up. So I'm going to go straight into the how. And Lydia, if you can please share the presentation. This is what I love about this is that you do it even if you don't have a laptop. Okay, I haven't had a laptop now for 2 months, and I had my husband. You know, he was supposed to bring it and he didn't. So I still have. But I love that Lydia is willing to share. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna just be telling you what to skip over. I want to go kind of quick on this part because I know there are going to be questions and I want to address those questions before our time's up. Okay.
By the way,
So
Rose,
here we
I think it's going to be okay if we go a little longer, maybe 10, 15 minutes, because this is such important message. So I'm sure people will give you grace if we went a little over. I wouldn't rush it if we don't have to.
Okay. I'll just kind of condense it. Since I have it right here, I'm going to condense it and then know that I will be sharing this presentation with you as a guide. Okay. So if you forget, because there are a lot of steps, it's not difficult, but there's just a lot of little steps for us to remember. Now, one of the things that Eddie and I have been doing this for years, and Black Friday is always probably the best months, and it sets us up for the next year. Kind of like what Al is saying, the 4 days that change his life. We've been doing this every year, and I'm really excited that we get to do it at Manatech this year. And the way that we do it is with VIP lists. Okay. Now you're probably asking, okay, what's a list? And I'm going to show you different ways to make it from the simplest to how I think we're going to do it together as a group. So why the list? Because a lot of the times what happens, okay, is the company gives you the sale and then you just start posting it. Before we didn't post because of course there's in social media, but nowadays people just start posting on social media. The sale, the sale, the sale. And then people are seeing this, but it's just like, okay, that's great. And then Black Friday comes. I don't know if this has happened to you. Black Friday comes, they forget. Or by the time they go and buy, it's gone because it's a limited it's a limited access, or it's a limited product. Or let's say right now with the collagen we get a little pouch. By the time your client goes in there, they miss out on the little toiletry bag, right? So this is going to help everybody not only grow their business, but you're going to have a funnel now. These clients, because of the list that you build, this is your bloodline. This is your list that you're going to have from here to the next 90 days that you can be able to work on. All right. So the first way that you can build a list is just pen and paper. Okay. You go in there, you write all the names of the people, just like your list the list that you should have an ongoing list anyway. So on this list, you're going to call that person and say, hey, these are the sales going on for Black Friday. I would love to have you as my VIP. Whenever this goes live, I'm going to call you. And then I've done this too. I've done all of these lists. Okay. So you go down the list, every single person. So I'm going to call you whenever this goes live so you don't miss out. Okay. Because we're probably going to break the internet because so many people are going to want to buy these promotions because they're so good. They're so deeply discounted. So if you ever wanted to try this, but just know that you're going to be my VIP. I'm going to walk you through. I can even place the order for you if you want. Okay, that's one way of doing the VIP list, pen and paper. The second one is to have your own VIP list in a chat or Facebook group. Okay, I don't know. I think you guys can agree with me that WhatsApp chats work. Yes or no? They create momentum. Yes or no? They create
Yes.
excitement. Right? They create excitement. We've been experiencing this with the 21-day live reset, the support group, information group. So there's something special about people coming together for one cause. All right. So then that's the second way to do it. You can have your own. Okay. So if you're an influencer, if you have a lot of people, you can go and have your own list and then start calling people and say, I'm gonna put you in a chat. This means that you're VIP. You're gonna be the first one to know about anything that happens. You're gonna know if a product is selling out. You're gonna know if any other sales are coming up. I'm gonna be giving you information. So that VIP chat is for dripping. Okay, because right now the sales isn't gonna go, it's gonna be November 26th. Okay. From now to November 26th, there's a lot of time. So people can just say, okay, great. I'm glad you have a sale. So if you go on social media and start just posting, it's a lot of time, especially these days, because 2 weeks is like, 2 months. People are distracted. They're connecting with family members, they're connecting with friends, they're out. So it's not going to be at the front of mind. So what you do when you create this VIP list and you tell them this is what you're going to be receiving in the VIP list, you're going to get updates, you're going to get education, and we're going to provide that for everybody. You're going to get, because you can say, okay, we have a great collagen, but if you start educating them about it, by the time November 26th hits, you're ready to buy. Your client is ready to buy. And then when you say, get ready because we're about to open the doors on a sale, it's just like when I remember my parents, well, my dad never wanted to, but my mom and my uncles, they would go outside of Walmart, Best Buy, and I'd be there as a kid, like, oh my goodness, like waiting for the doors to open, right? It's the same thing. It's the same thing we're doing, but virtually. And we would sit there and wait and wait and wait. And let me tell you, when those doors, and then it was word of mouth. We would start telling each other, hey, we're going to meet at 3 o'clock in the morning over here. You want to come? Yeah, let's bring hot chocolate, bring your sandwiches. And we would just, and as a kid, I thought, man, this is the worst thing because I'm freezing, but now you get to do it from the comfort of your home. But we want to create that excitement. We want to create kind of like the fear of missing out. Okay, because we're going to be feeding these people on our VIP list information daily, excitement, testimonials. All right. And that's if you want to do it alone. The third way, which I love, to me, it's very powerful, is going to be when you make a list, or when you make your VIP chat with a group. All right. And the thing is, and there's always somebody monitoring this. So we respect that nobody's going to, and I think with what Al said this morning, nobody's going to be poaching leads. Okay. Everybody knows who added who. For those of you, there's always somebody that worries, well, what if somebody takes away my lead? Nobody's going to do that on here. Okay. So we get together, and this is what we did in my previous company. And let me tell you, our lists were thousands. It wasn't a list of 50. It was a list of 100. It was a list of thousands, because we would put so much emphasis on building your list. Building your list, to me, it's still the best way. Or you get online and say, get on my VIP list. Now, what's attractive about the list also, or about the VIP groups, is because we give out raffles. And Al and I were talking, we did this for the Spanish group already, and we have decided that we can have raffles either every 2 days, maybe a free product, something. It could even be like, let's say you say, I don't really have money to buy a free, to give a free product. You can give your time. You can say, because you're on my VIP list, I'm going to raffle off 20 minutes personally with me. All right. That we can get on a Zoom if the person's not in the same place that you are. We can go for coffee. I'm going to go through every single product with you on how to use it. I'm going to give you my experience. People love that. People want to know. I mean, even when they buy normally, they're calling you all the time. And the instructions are on the back. They're still going to call you. And I'm like, okay, it says it's 1 scoop for the shake. Okay. Can I add this? They're always going to ask you. So people love that time. So that's all. Don't underestimate that, or don't undermine that. It's very valuable to give a one-on-one, give time to a person. All right. So this is the magic of the VIP list. Okay. Now what happens afterwards? Okay. On the day of, I always send a reminder. And if we do, and we are going to actually do this as a group for those that want to join. Okay. If you want to have your own, that's fine. Or if you want to have your pen and paper, that's fine. But we're going to have one for Urbana Tech. And then we're going to be giving the information on what we can, as a group, we're going to be feeding those leads every day, information. All right. So like right before it's going to go, you say, okay, it's 5 hours. You have a countdown. 3 hours before, countdown. 2 hours before, a countdown. All right, so you're gonna be giving a countdown, and then when you tell them, hey, let's say it goes live midnight. I'm just gonna give an example of November 26th. You get in there and you're like, okay, you guys go. This is how you do it, and then you personally go to your list and give them your link, or call them. That's the best way. People love when you call them and say, how can I help you place your order? I'm telling you, we used to do this, and we'd be up to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. The most one of my team members ever got was 200 customers in one Black Friday in one day. Okay, I don't know how she slept, but she did it. She won the contest. So this is something that we're going to be doing collectively. That's the beauty of it. So once that drops, then you're going to be giving out reminders, and people are going to be out there buying. Okay, and then once Black Friday is going to be over, like let's say the cutoff date is the 29th, more reminders are going out. Cutoff date is today. Get your product, okay, or you're gonna miss out. All right, so that's really it, everything in a nutshell. Because I really want to focus on. I know you guys have questions. I can see it in your face. So once that's done, like I said, this is a list you can keep, and then you can create. You can grab that list, make your own chat, and then use that for the next months coming up. Because now you know that these people are interested. Now you know these people want to buy. Okay. Now what we're going to do before that as well is everything is educational. Um, I'll actually send it in the Wellness Advocate chat. Okay. I'll send these slides in the Wellness Advocate because I made it kind of as a guide. All right. Then there's what we call the 10-4-2. The 10-4-2 is you're going to get 10. You're welcome. You're going to have 10 slides where it's going to be mostly informational. It's going to be teasers. We're going to create things that give you the benefits of collagen because that's what we're launching. The benefits of what it does, why it's different from everything else, visuals, testimonials. Okay, but we're going to hit really heavy on the liver reset, right? Because that's what, that's right now that's our message. That's what we're promoting. So we're going to give a lot of information. And you guys have been doing a wonderful job of doing your videos. But you just want to give people information. So 10, and this is in a week, 10 posts are going to be informational. Then you're going to have 4. This is before Black Friday, okay? You're going to have 4 posts that say, join my VIP list. What are you going to get in the VIP list? Exclusivity, bonuses, raffles, prizes. All right. So like I said, you're going to build that momentum. Just pretend in your mind that you're inviting to sit outside of a store, to sit outside of Best Buy to buy that TV that you've been wanting all year and you couldn't afford it. This is the same thing. I mean, use the same energy, use the same language to invite people to go to something like that. Okay, that they're gonna, and people love it. Let me tell you, my mom, they used to. It was, and I'm sure I don't know if anybody did any of you experience this. I want to see in the chats. I don't know if any of you did that, or was it just my crazy family that was outside in the cold waiting for Best Buy to open? Yes, okay, Christy, thank you. I'm not the only one that had my family. I didn't do it as an adult, but my family, it was very popular with them. So truly,
This weird scissor replacing gadget is quickly becoming the most popular Christmas gift of 2025.
Something happened in Indiana. Something powerful enough.
Are we showing a video? Oh, okay, no. All right.
No, that was somebody who
Somebody's talking about-
unmuted. I fixed
Okay.
it.
All right, so I haven't even been looking at the slides. So that's the 10-4-2 formula, the 4 invitations. And then the 2 other are going to be like the fear, it's going to close. Once you say my VIP chat is going to close, it will close. We have to keep our word because then if you don't, then people are just like, oh, she's not really serious, and say this. And this is all before Black Friday. So I'm teaching you what to do. It's activity that we need to start doing now. VIP chat, you're going to start promoting it. You're going to start going online and giving education. Don't go out there and just splurge all the sales. No, now you can call somebody in person or personally and say, hey, our collagen's going out. It's $49.99. It's amazing. It has all these benefits. That's different. Okay, but if you start putting it online, nobody's going to want to join your VIP chat because they're like, well, why do I need to join the VIP chat if she's already giving me all the information online? Okay, so that's it in a nutshell. Like I said, I really want to give time for questions. I know Al had some comments. I know Mary Jo, Lydia. So I really want to hear from you guys. Let me know if you've done this before, because we're going to start going live with this. And I want to make sure that we have clarity on what we're doing for Black Friday.
Okay, Rose, let me kind of put a context. I'm going to put a context to this because obviously, like we discussed in a Spanish group, the concept of the VIP list is very new and different, for us. But guys, it's such a powerful concept. And I hope that what you've seen in the WhatsApp groups that we created, how you build this interaction, you build this closeness, and you really you create a community that really is vibrant. But basically, we're creating micro communities. Each one of you are creating your micro communities of your customers. Something Rosemary said that just hit me just now is this becomes your customer funnel forever. This is something we have just never thought about, but it's powerful. Imagine if you could pull in your customers into a community where you could stay in touch with them. Again, during this period, we're going to be going a little stronger. We're going to be more communicative. It's going to be a little bit more active. But throughout the whole year, you could be in connection. You would know who are my customers. Actually, for some of you, this is going to be a great exercise because it's like, who are my customers? And now is also, who do I want to be my customers? Right? Because, Mary Jo, I know you'll jump in this because, this is why this is brilliant, because once you decide who those customers are, instead of just making a list of those customers, 1987, when I went out to sell those things, I literally made a list on paper of who I was going to go talk to. Now you put them into a group. And as long as we don't make it overwhelming, where they're getting so many things from us, eventually they go, oh, that's too much for me. But if you're bringing them in and there is a kind of little carrot, and the carrot is they're going to get the best deal, and so on. We know their mind is already in there. So between now and Black Friday, it's okay to be, just like Best Buy is sending the stuff and Amazon is talking about getting your curiosity up and everything else. Guys, you're acting like a real business.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? And this will change the picture of your business forever, because instead of I'm doing $150 to $250 a month in volume, I'm doing $1,000 or $2,000 in volume every month, because I have a customer community. So I'm going to shut up, turn it over to Mary Jo, because I know she really wants to say something, and I think Amanda has a question. And let's go.
Well, let me just add to this, because this, when I first got a copy of Rosemary's slides, I just went berserk, because I know I've never done this in my life in my Manitech business. How many of you can raise your hand and say, Mary Jo, I've never done it either. I've never even thought about this. This is something so different. And as I was looking through her slides, I was just kept getting more and more excited, because I could see how we can throw this out there to many, many people that have purchased in the past. Maybe they're no longer purchasing, even as a reactivation. We're not pushing the business model. We're opening floodgates for them to take advantage of something we can open the door for them to do. And number one, they're going to appreciate your energy and effort to give them this opportunity. Number two, they're going to be felt like, hey, I'm really special. Mary Jo doesn't have to do this. She's keeping in touch with me every day, giving me a countdown, and we're going to create so much like energy and momentum with people to purchase. And and not to become an associate. And here's what you have to do: go out and share with everybody and knock on everybody's door and call everybody every day to get them to be an associate with you. You follow? It's all about taking advantage of the Black Friday specials. And I guarantee you, no one on this planet sitting out there thinking, I'm not going to participate in Black Friday. Everybody loves Black Friday specials, right? I mean, all of us, especially us girls, sorry guys, we just tend to go shop more than you do. But the idea is we can capture such a group by just showing them honor and respect every day. as we lead into Black Friday or every other, whatever you decide to drip on them, but don't just do it one time. You know, Ross Marie keeps them motivated every day. So they feel special. They've been chosen. They've been picked out to take advantage of what's coming and how great this is going to be. And we know we're going to run out of these specials. Fear of missing out is one of the greatest motivations out there for people. But these people, my concept is I want them to feel extraordinarily special because Mary Jo's giving them this kind of attention every day to help educate them, get them ready. So they're going to be buying. I mean, when I read this too, Rosemarie, I have to tell you, I go, how many of my people are going to stay up till 12:01? You know, to grab that first purchase. And I go, I don't know, maybe I will really fear missing out could really generate that. But, you know, it opens up the idea that they can even get done with their Black Friday specials the first 10 minutes of the morning on Black Friday instead of worrying about what they're doing. And the other aspect of this too might be because of age. Most of the people that I have in my age category, 50 plus, don't you think that's generous? 50 plus, my age category. Okay, 50 plus.
Hey, I'm 50 plus.
They don't really want to go to the store and bump up against 500 people and get their heels, you know, nicked from the shopping carts and all the jazz razzmatazz. If they can buy this online and be the first ones to get it and not miss out, you got them. So I just think it's so exciting. I'm 100% all in. I loved her slides. I love the idea, and I'm in the process of building my list. Who is going to be in my VIP list? Who am I going to ask to join my VIP list? And people love that. You want to stroke an ego? Talk about a VIP list. People love to be honored that way. So this is all the strategy behind it was genius. Thank you, Ross Marie, for bringing this to us. I think we all need to take a peek at this. And you can go, well, I don't know who I would. I mean, you go back and include everybody that's quit your Manatech business over the last 10 years.
Amen.
Hey, why are you leaving them behind? Well, they stopped taking. So what? We have a new day. We have new products. We have new things. And if you
New
go back and honor
testimonials,
your
new
new
testimonials.
testimonials, and you're going to be honoring people that you honored for years as being a part of your downline, right? So why not scoop them back in? We don't know why they quit. We don't always get the right reason. Could have been cash flow at that moment, could have been anything. And who knows how their life has changed. So I'm getting that old reactivation list and I'm brushing off the dust, and they're all going to be invited to be on my VIP list. Okay. So just some ideas for you, you guys. I think this could be one of the most exciting Novembers for you to ever remember. And you won't have to remember long because you know what? In 12 months, it's going to come up again and we can do it all over again and have more fun with it. So hope that excites you. It overwhelmed me. I was just like, this is a no-brainer for us as a community. So
it's easy. It keeps you organized. And you know what? You said something interesting because one of the things that we can promote as Black Friday, as a Black Friday promotion is have your own business for $1.
yeah.
Where can you open your own business? Be a business owner.
Okay. Your
Up and running.
your global online health and wellness business for $1.
For $1. So that's
Operating
going
in
to
40
be
countries.
promoted. Yeah, that's going to be promoted as well in the chat. So I'm going to address some of these and thank you, Mary Jo. It's so important because I've been doing this for so long. I love getting a perception from fresh eyes, people who haven't done it. Because to me, it's like, you know, so I'm glad your input was so valuable. Thank you.
Hey,
Okay.
Ross Marie, Olga has had her hand raised for a little bit.
Okay.
Olga, can you ask your question?
Yes, thank you, Rosemary, and all you guys. I'm already working on my list. I have like 50 plus people that started yesterday, and I'm contacting some of my dear friends that were not interested right now for the reset, but I know that it has to do with collagen, and I already tell them that it's coming. And you said that you were going to help us. What I want to know is when should we start posting like curiosity? For example, last night I took a picture in my sofa and writing, and there's a curiosity of building my VIP, and I'm thinking about what to put. So people will say, what is she doing? What is she writing? So when can we start? Because I want to make a sequence until Black Friday. When do you recommend that we should start that?
I mean, we need to start ASAP, but what I'm going to do, because this is what I did for our group, and it really worked, because people don't know what to post. So I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you write things that you can put on online, or even scripts, which were on this presentation, but I knew we were going to have so many we were going to have questions. How to invite for every personality type, because some people are analytical. They just want to go straight to the point. I want the details. Other people are you going to be like more excitement. So we can give you scripts, not stricts, scripts. I'm going to start working on those. No, not to be strict. I'm going to start working on those, maybe some graphics. So I'm going to help you guys, and we can do this in the, I think in the wellness advocate chat to help them. And then we're going to have a separate, okay, this is how it's going to flow. And you let me know if this is okay. Wellness advocate chat is where I'm going to be putting all of this on for you guys, like the slides, all of the help, all of the resources. Now the separate, we're going to have Black Friday VIP list, which is actually where the customers are going to go. Okay. So we're not going to put anything, it's only customer stuff, nothing about business. And then afterwards, because I think Amanda asked if this is going to go beyond Black Friday, absolutely. But it's going to be, we can convert that chat into something that people are getting information all the time. Or after that, you get your people and you create your own list. And that's going to be your ongoing list, business list forever, that you can feed, that you can put information on. So Al, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I love that. And also it just made me think of something. I mean, we talked about the other day with the other group is I'll work with Manatech, where we will do a daily drawing of all the people, all the leads, all the people that are in these chats, that we do a wheel, and we make it exciting. We make it fun to be in that group while you're learning, but we also giving them some reasons to be in there. Hey, I just add you there because my company is doing this crazy thing where every day they're giving away stuff. So I just want you to get stuff from us. Does that sound okay, guys? Is that that gives us a good reason to be putting people in there, because they could be getting free stuff. You could
People like free stuff. People like free stuff.
Can
whatever it is, they like it.
Yeah.
Can I just ask again, so to get the concept, because it is new for us all, but I really like the idea of us all staying in the group. Like, I don't know about the rest of you, but I do not have thousands of people to put in there to get that excitement going. Just maybe till we get the hang of it, Rosemary. I could just see it working together as it has been in our other WhatsApp groups for the energy and the prizes and all of that. Because I think none of us would really know how to get that energy going ourselves at the moment.
Yeah. So Amanda, can we say that this would be 2 phases, right?
Okay.
Phase 1 is we all going to learn about the VIP concept, but I think let's not lose sight of phase 2, which is you create your customer community and you curate your customer community, right? Beyond just the Black Friday, beyond just live a reset. This has just occurred to me, guys, and I don't know. I mean, this just like you, Mary Jo, this excites me that I know who my customers are.
And you know what, Alvaro? You know what? Now go just a little bit going back to what Amanda was saying. What we can do, because this ties all the way back to ATM. I think this was the missing link, because ATM was powerful when you do this part. When you start getting all your customers, and then maybe you don't have the VIP chat, we can even have a group. Don't we have a customer group in Manatech that's just product based, not it's just for leads?
We don't.
Okay, that would be something. It's just for leads.
Yeah, we tried, and then we never got to it. That was when we did ATM. We do have it, but it never worked. This is the first time it's really like it's working.
And I really like that it's not on Facebook.
Yes.
Because I'm running into people who don't want to be on Facebook. And so as we have it outside, and I know I'm in groups and there's posts that happen and I never see them because of the algorithm, unless I manually go to that group. So have it in WhatsApp and it comes in my phone automatically. I think is a no-brainer.
Yeah. Yep. I love it. Wow, we got through
So
presentation questions.
we could set up a customer group in WhatsApp and do the same
Okay.
approval process like we do now. So it makes us know that it's tied back to someone.
I think it also gives all of us an opportunity to go after a lot of associates in our downline that stopped ordering at some stage in the last 3 to 5 years and talk about this incredible customer group. And then with a PS to them. And if you decide to join us again, nothing would make me happier than to help you build this business. And just have, so it's a combination of grabbing them on the VIP list. So, because they love the product at one time and they might love to just capture some product, especially Black Friday specials. That's why this is such a special time, right? But you may even trigger them wanting to join the business again. Not promoting that, but just a PS to some of them because it's such an exciting time in Manatech. So who knows what you might trigger, but you'll at least capture the consumption part of it from them.
So here's a question I do have. So if we add our customers into the group on WhatsApp, Rosemary, how would you suggest we also manage our customers outside of there?
I think this is where Al was saying that that you can have manage your own list. Is that what you're asking me? I want to make sure that you're asking me
Yeah, that's really what. So would you suggest setting up your own personal, I think WhatsApp I'm really excited about that avenue because it's right there.
I think eventually, yes, and you will, trust me, it's going to grow. At the beginning, everybody's going to want to be together. And it's exciting because later on, like depending on how big the list grows, I mean, we can give huge giveaways. I mean, at one point our list grew so much. Now this is within years, not like the first year we did this, maybe like year 4, we were giving away a Peloton. I mean, because the lists were massive. So we were able to pull enough from the leaders. Okay. But then afterwards, all the leaders, we had our own list. My downline, everybody had their own. So you can do that and you can stay in the group as long as you want. And then when you have enough people, you're like, you know what, I'm going to because then you can put your flavor in it. You can start talking, you can personalize it, make it, because it's your niche, right? In a big group, it's a bunch of people, but when it's your own, you can talk about, because it's your own people, what they're going to love. So you can personalize it.
You're curating, again, I think the word is you're curating that relationship with your customer base, right? Where you can do things within your customer group that is about you. I mean, maybe that's where your weekly newsletter goes. That's where your reflections goes. This is where you share your your wins and you celebrate people's birthdays and all the things we talked about creating that connection with people. It just dawning on me that this is how you do it, and I'm like slapping myself in terms of why aren't we doing this? Why have we not been done doing this forever? Right? Because
we're waiting for Ross Marie to join us.
Right. Okay. Well, sometimes you just need a prophet to come in to bring it up. But it looks like Joellen has a question too.
Not a question, but I'm blessed to have my own version of Ross Marie with Steph Sullivan. And she has WhatsApp groups. She has customer information groups. She has Healthy Wealth Tribe groups for the customers and associates. And she has a team leaders group. And it's all coordinated based on what their wants and their needs are. And it has been working for years. She's done this way ahead of the curve for most of us in Manatech, and she's been very successful at it. But she's a little shy. I asked her to talk, but she didn't.
Well, now the genie's out of the bottle. So, Steph, you're going to have to say something. But that's great. I mean, Joellen, thank you for bringing it up because I do know about that group as well, and didn't know you were using it in that way, Steph. But do you want to say something about that?
Well, just the fact that it's nice. Thank you, Joellen. Thanks, and thanks, Rosemary. This is great. I mean, I've never done this list building, and it's really exciting. And I'm we all want to learn, so it's fantastic and appreciate all your time. But yeah, our group, we have our core WhatsApp group. So anything that's happening, news, information, as things happen, as things change, whatever it is, it goes into the WhatsApp group. And even on the liver resets, and Teeny's in there as well, a couple of people that were really struggling on it, but didn't feel, because they didn't know anybody in the bigger group, they didn't feel they wanted to just lay down their souls. So, but because we've already got the group with the people that know each other and we're on our Zooms and team trainings, it's it's a safe place as well. So WhatsApp's definitely a great resource for stuff. And I love all the healthy tribes that are in it.
So Christy asked, can we tell our VIP that they can bring friends to the group?
Oh my God, I forgot about that. That's an excellent question, because one of the things, we used to have giveaways just for people who added the most to the chat. Because you tell your friends, it's just like the Black Friday when you would go outside in Best Buy. You recruit your friends. Hey, I'm in this really cool VIP chat for Black Friday. You got to get in there, man. They're giving away all kinds of stuff. And your customers, they're not even customers yet. They're just prospects. They're inviting their prospects because the chat is so exciting. Okay? And maybe we'll talk to Al. Maybe we'll give something like a big giveaway. I don't know. We'll put our heads together on that. But people,
a
that's
Lamborghini.
How you get. Oh, hey, I'm gonna win that one.
That's a little, I'll speak for corporate. That's a little excessive.
Oh, no. We do have some Matchbox Lamborghini. We can give one every day. I mean, we'll call it, the power of attraction. You get the little one, so you can get the big one day, so you can manifest it. Of course we can.
Al, I'm texting Landon right now. I think he's on his way to the hospital with a heart attack.
Well, I can assure you we won't be giving Pelotons yet, but I tell you what, if we got big enough, we could definitely do that. The company could really step up and encourage this kind of community building, because I do believe that we are on the eve of a major breakthrough because of the things we've learned just in the last few months in building communities. Guys, I think that's in our future. I mean, that could be what we do. So yeah.
And it doesn't have to be a Peloton. That's huge. I'm talking about other things, like maybe, I don't know, a speaker, something just bigger that people would be really attracted to coming. And then you're going to have people leaving. That's fine. But they're seeing every day the excitement. And you have people that would have never known about Manatech because it's like going into your list. It's tap rooting. It's a virtual way of tap rooting.
Yeah. Okay, so can we just then, let's land the plane. What do we got to do? Like, what does everybody have to do, like, this weekend?
Well, I'm going to set up the group. I sent you, Rosemary, a text. So I'll get the group set up today so we can start inviting people in there.
Okay, so what are we calling this? Are we calling this this is the Black Friday group? Is this the Black Friday something special?
Black Friday VIP.
Yeah, okay. Black Friday VIP. I just added you to a VIP list. People love being on a VIP list. Love it. Okay. All right. So we're setting that.
Wait. I have a better name for you.
Remember this in the wellness.
So here's the name.
Yes.
The Elite Black Friday Insider Circle.
No, VIP, baby. People know VIP. So same thing, but VIP, true. Because VIP is like,
and it's short. Black Friday short, VIP.
But it's also because people know what that means. Like when you go into a club and you are VIP, you're the one sitting there in the corner. Everybody go, oh, who's there in VIP? So I would suggest we stay with VIP, but figure out a really clever thing around that if we can. We know it has to have Black Friday and it has to have VIP. The rest we can flower it up whatever way we can.
I think if we keep it short and simple, just because people need to know what they're getting into, and that's what we're going to be talking about. So I think that'd be good if we do that chat. And then remember this, okay? So we won't get confused. In the Wellness Advocate chat is where I'm going to put the resources. All All right. So don't so it's not mixed up. And at first in the Black Friday VIP chat, don't worry. You're just gonna start putting people in. They're not gonna see anything yet. But I'm gonna try to get something going. It's gonna have like a little explanation and invite and say pretty soon you'll start seeing everything, you know. So don't be shy to put people in even though there's nothing in yet. We don't have anything going yet. Okay. But in wellness advocate chat, I'm gonna put in the resources. I'm gonna put in this presentation. We're going to put in slides, everything. Okay.
Yeah. And Lydia, so if we do the short
Yes.
title, then we can put a subtitle that says, get on the insider, whatever. Yeah, I think that people love that as well. So we could just, you have the title, and then there's like a little description.
Like in the description. Yeah.
Yeah. In the description, just let's put that, because I think insider always also is it's a good attractive thing as well.
Mm-hmm. Amanda has a question.
Again, sorry. I'm just trying to visualize. Okay, so, and I think this question was asked in the chat. Are we going to be talking about the collagen and the 21-day? Like, what kind of information are they going to see when they get in there once we start rolling? And what kind of information do you want us to put in there?
Al, that's for you. On my personal, I'm going to do collagen and liver reset. That's probably it. I'm not going to, just because I like to just sell one thing, but that's me. Al, if you want me to, I can make resources for everything else, the Manipul, because I know everybody else uses those products. So
the resources we showed people the other day, which you've already created, was about, it was for the collagen and for the reset, right? Those are the two things.
I haven't made the reset yet. I just made the collagen one to share as an example on the last presentation.
Okay.
Which I think Lydia has them. I don't know if we can do an example of
Lydia, you have those? You want to share some of
Yes,
maybe
give me a second.
show people what that may look like? Because we already have some pretty cool stuff that you can start building your curiosity campaign. I think the big thing that you just heard from Rose is, let's create curiosity. Let's be kind of, coy about these things. I know she didn't in a presentation is like, you had that thing where you said, don't show the whole label, but show like a question mark, and build curiosity. Don't just dump it on people. That doesn't work. People, you want to get them thinking. You want them to want to know more about what you're talking about. You want them to DM you, hey, what the heck are you talking about? What's coming? Whatever. Instead of, there you go. Because when they have it all, it reminds me, it's like going out dating.
Yeah. Yeah, keep the curiosity up. And I agree with you, Alan. Our problem that we have with us as Manitech associates for 20, 30 years is we just love amber toast so much. We can't imagine not talking about amber toast. And I just want everybody to understand that's one of the most complicated conversations you'll ever have. In fact, when Alan Landon first came to me and said, what do you think about this liver reset? And we dug it, and I said, I'm all in. It is so easy. I don't have to talk about the 8 essential saccharides for cell-to-cell communication, blah, 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 which we all know. If you've been sharing long enough, like 1 week, people gloss over when they hear your story of the 8 essential. So I really love the simplicity of this, right, Rosemary? Isn't that what you're really aiming at? Keep it simple, stupid. The KISS principle. We can always go in depth later with some of these people, but let's not overwhelm them up front. Keep it simple. Yeah.
So I'll actually take Al's lead on this, on what kind of resources we can put in the group.
Well, I mean,
but yeah,
I'm a voice, but I mean, everybody else here, this is the team. Once we get them in a group, then let's put some questions out there, Rose, and see what they think. But I believe the reset obviously is our best value right now. But I will tell you, for a lot of people, at least in our Latino groups, the price point is a little high for them. Even if they want to, they have some issues, not because they don't see the value, just because they don't have the money. But the people that couldn't see the money for the reset are very excited about the collagen. They're going, okay, the collagen, I can go for that. So reset and collagen right now is big. At some point, we'll build a great campaign around the Osoline, chocolate Osoline, And
Oh
again, with the
yeah.
holidays and the hot cocoa,
Oh
and
yeah.
because protein is so important, I think we can build some things on. I mean, that one product is a company. I'm telling you guys, when you get to really understand what Osoline is, you can build a company around that one product. You know, it's a amazing product. So you got three things I can think of. Eventually, you know, after the holidays, we can jump into core four, right? Because the OSP Amber Toast combination is always going to be a favorite, and it's a great deal as well. And we could even work with a company to make it even a nicer deal for a period of time, so we can really push that after the 21-day reset. It's a great maintenance plan, right? So we can continue down that vein. So it still connects to the liver, but it's also connects to our mainstream message, which is core four, right? Nourish,
You know,
protect,
Al,
regulate, and communicate. That's us.
now
Health
that
at
you're
the
saying that as
level.
well, remember we'll talk more about collagen and liver reset, but then you can personally, like Mary Jo was saying, maybe you have somebody that hasn't bought Manatech in a long time and they know about Manipul. That's when you can pick up the phone and say, hey, by the way, if you spend this, you get these free products. We have Manipul on sale. You know, you can also do that because you want to be in touch with your list, especially when it drops, especially when doors open for Black Friday. You want to be in great communication with them.
Okay, everybody getting this? I mean, is there, I mean, in a very tactical way, do you guys kind of see what you need to do this weekend, what you need to do by Monday? Yes, Tini?
Yes, I understand. But in Europe, we don't have the collagen. The collagen.
Yet,
So,
yet.
so that's a challenge here. And what you're
Mhm.
saying about the protein, there's now is a lot of advertisement on the television about proteins. So that could be a suggestion,
Yeah.
or the superfood.
What are the
Mhm.
Black Friday deals in Europe? Because really, it's just about the VIP chat. It could be any product.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
think
mean?
so.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
could be. It could be. We could do this because before we didn't do it with what we're doing now. We did it with other products.
yeah.
It's just the most important part is the list. So we just have to see what Europe
Yeah.
has as for their.
Yeah, well, the illumination is also a challenge, of course, the skincare
Yeah.
There you
So,
go.
as a price.
Steph,
Yeah,
Black Friday is not a thing in Europe, is it?
it's
Not,
coming more here. It's coming more.
yeah, ish, but we to protect our inventory levels, we haven't got. We are having two things coming on Black Friday, which haven't been announced yet.
Okay, it has not been announced yet.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
it should be announced soon. So there's going to be some specials for Black Friday. Yeah, we're getting so excited about what we just delivered here in the US. I wasn't even thinking about what's happening in Europe. So maybe Monday we can have with EPAC a quick call and with Darren and Catherine and just see how do we adapt this so you guys can maximize it as well.
Yeah.
And
We
I
can
know
do the
they're already,
21-day because we're all have
yeah,
done that or doing that.
that's
So
a
really, we could
given.
just why don't we just focus on that?
Yeah, maybe add a couple of sweeteners to that. I mean, just like we did in the US by saying, hey, you can get some free products
Mm-hmm.
or something, that might be a way to sweeten that deal, to stack the deal.
And could we know it a little bit beforehand? We know that Catherine is preparing it, but we don't know what, so we can't drip little things before.
I assume this week is gonna. Steph, is there some plan for when it's being unveiled?
I don't know it.
Okay, I'll get with Darren this weekend, and by Monday we'll have a better idea.
Great.
Okay,
Right.
cool.
Okay, let
So-
me show you some of the artwork that Rosemary created.
Can I ask a question while you're doing that, Lydia?
Yes, Joellen, yeah.
This is way off in the ballpark. What is the option for bringing PayPal in for people with Manatech? What's the lead time on getting that, or is it feasible with a company like ours?
You mean PayPal in the US or PayPal in Europe?
In the US to start with,
I
because
thought we
PayPal
already had
has
PayPal.
PayPal has a pay plan where people can pay in 4 parts. It
They
doesn't
do have
affect
that.
you.
Yeah, they do have that in the sign up.
In the sign up, okay.
Where
Okay.
they have the Sezzle, they also have PayPal right there.
Okay, that's good to know, because if they can get the 4-part, then they're more likely to buy the skin
Sezzle
clear.
has been in place. We've been talking about actually leveraging that in the US. Get your liver reset pack in full payment, which you can do
Exactly.
now. You can do that right now, Joellen.
And could we add that to the VIP group for the specials around the holiday, or is
Yeah.
that?
No,
Yeah.
we haven't made enough noise about it, to be honest, Joellen. So I'm glad you're saying that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll especially as we're going into the holiday. I know people will still want to buy a TV, but we want them to buy the TV and the liver reset. So maybe the pay plan will help them, budget their spending a little bit so they can, because
Exactly.
you won't stop them from buying that TV. They're gonna go for that TV for
Yeah.
sure.
We
Because
want
everybody needs
the
a bigger TV for
we
sure.
want a both and, not an either or. We want a both
Right,
and.
exactly. Okay. No,
Thank you.
Okay.
great point. We'll put that on we'll put more information about that because we haven't made enough noise about it. It's a great point.
Well, there needs to be some kind of documentation or nice PDF that talks about it, because there's nothing in written format out there, because I've been looking.
Correct. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I'll take that on. I'll take that on.
Okay, perfect. Well, let me show you this, what Rosemarie did. So these are for collagen. These are all images, collagen chews, why collagen matters, your collagen beauty, your body support collagen, beauty and support, more than just collagen. Then it talks about the chewable, and then the Black Friday.
And then these
So
slides, I think I'm probably going to answer what you're going to say or what you're going to ask. So these slides, you don't have to put them all at once. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. It just depends, and I'll do both to see which gets more traction on Instagram and Facebook. And sometimes you just want one little slide, why collagen matters. And then you can add your own little spin at the bottom. Are you taking your collagen?
And notice on our slide too, sorry, Rosemarie, but notice again, join my VIP list. You guys get this? This is attractive. This causes people to take action. You're not saying, give me your money. Join my VIP list. Well, how many of you want to be on a VIP list? Very important person list, right? I mean, it's just an enticement, right? That's right. And then you can go and you go, I'm on a VIP list. Join me on my VIP. And it'll spread like wildfire. So it's like, this languaging is very important. You might look at it and go, Mary Jo, I saw that 55 years ago, right? But we're talking about people who are 30. They weren't around 55 years ago, right? We have to start changing our mindset sometimes and start dealing with what are those 35-year-olds, 40-year-olds thinking about today, even though some of us have a hard time dealing with them, working with them maybe because we have so much longevity so far. But the idea is we want to be able to capture them, and people get very excited about being on a VIP list. So play with that in your marketing.
And putting it in your stories would be a good thing, correct, Rosemarie?
Yes. Yeah, stories. It could be one post. Like there's one that asks a question, like, did you know that you start losing collagen by 20? And then know your audience. Because my audience is worried about hair, skin, nails, but maybe somebody else's audience is worried about, like, I need something to support my joints, all with compliant language. I need something that I need, maybe there's beauty support. The thing about this collagen, it has type 1 and 2. So we have beauty support and body support, which is amazing because most collagens only focus on hair, nails. Here we focus on both. And it has a vitamin C, so I add that in there. And it has a prebiotic. So it's a multi-use collagen. So instead of taking 5 things, you're going to get one and just one, in one collagen. So I educate people on that to make them think, oh, you know what, my collagen doesn't do that. Like my Vital Proteins from Costco, it doesn't have vitamin C, it doesn't have prebiotic, so you're educating, but at the same time, you're making them second guess what they're already taking.
Yeah.
Which is the science behind.
And the other clincher there too, Rosemary, for me is, and look at how much money I spend on all those other things, and I can do it in one product. Follow with your capturing.
And they taste good.
People are looking for that. How do I reduce my budget, but still capture all the benefits that I want to get in my life? This is a perfect product to do that. You could even use that language when you're out there. Perfect product. Covers many bases in one product. Yeah.
And there's another one, I don't know if you saw it, Lydia, that has questions. So I love questions because when you ask a question on a story or on a post, or you can even call somebody and say, hey, and where you're talking about collagen, you can even use that, the information that you're seeing on the graphics there's always a question. Do you want something for your beauty? Do you want there's a question at the end, and people, when they're reading it, they're asking themselves that question. So like I said, it's all dripping. By the time you know it, they're just gonna be like, hey, like before in our old company, I was the collagen person. Anybody, if anything anti-aging, they were calling me all the time because I branded myself with that. That's another topic. I don't want to go into branding, but that's I'm gonna help you guys step by step, right? That's what's gonna help with your Black Friday, how you're gonna promote it. And like I said, we're gonna be hands-on on that chat.
And
because
we
want to
did ask.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
No, I was just to say we want to have a November to remember.
And then I also, when Alan and Mary Jo and Rosemary were meeting, I've asked that next Saturday, Rosemary does a training for us on collagen, because I know that's a pretty new product for all of us. Even though we had the other one, I don't think a lot of people really understood it. So yeah, Amanda, all those images will be added to the group today. I just have to get off this call so I can add it.
Lydia, I just wondered if I could just ask a question. I see Chrissy posted in the chat and said, will there be similar messaging for the liver? So, Rosemary, that was my question was, are there going to be posts regarding what is the problem? I was just last week we had a call with Richard, and I remember him saying that sometime rather than posting about what the solution is, that right now is an opportune time to what is the problem out there that people can relate to, especially, and I'm thinking of the liver reset. So are there posts kind of coming around that? And
yes,
I just want to say,
it's all about pain points.
It's like an answer to prayer because I'm struggling with a very small group. And so for you to open this up and allow us to join and be part of it, and even, the WhatsApp chat that we have going on, like this is phenomenal. So I just want to say thank you so much, Rosemary and Al. This is phenomenal.
Lydia, why don't we post for it? Because I know I've been doing a mana mail every Monday or I don't even know how often. But
yeah, but we need the images as opposed to a mana mail because they're short points. And I could send it to Rosemary to help her with creating some of the images for the liver reset.
But it might just help people with languaging too, about knowing more about why liver is so important. Because my title on my mana mail was, I can't even remember.
Love it or leave it.
Love it, love your liver, ... or it may leave you. That was my title of and why did we blow out liver, kits when we kicked it off, right? But that's but I went through dug a lot of the analysis. What are the side effects of, what do people see in their lives? So it might help you just with instead of doing all that research yourself, just grab onto some of that information. I have no problem sharing that mana mail.
And I'll put it in there, a PDF of the article.
Right.
But I'm also going to tell you, open up your chat, GPT, and just ask about what's the issues around the liver today. And it will educate you.
Because most people think, what do most people think? They go, well, I don't drink alcohol. That's their comment.
Right.
And you look at them like, are you kidding me? That's just one of 100 causes of losing the effectiveness of your liver. So picking a few main points and using them in every time you talk to people about it that are absolutely established as medical science are really, really helpful. Very helpful. So good. Anything else? We are going late, but everybody's still on board.
And then don't forget tomorrow, global connection call, 1 p.m. I did put the link in the chat. And so the images, I just want to, Mary, they're going to be uploaded as separate images. I just put them into a PDF so I could easily rotate through them.
Yeah, this was done as just as a
Okay.
sample, so
Any other questions?
I'll be creating more.
Great.
I think.
And just remember, when you put somebody in this VIP list, keep track of your people because there's still your person in there. So make sure you see when they're commenting and follow up with them.
Good.
Ann, go ahead.
I think Anne has a question.
Yeah, we did.
Ann, go ahead.
Yeah, I apologize for not being on this all the time. I'm a caregiver right now. Anyway, what I'm gathering is that we're combining anybody who's been on the liver cleanse or reset with collagen. All right, we put the same people in the chat as VIP members. Because I'm just thinking, I've been, on the chats with the liver cleanse, and I'm kind of impressed with a lot of the consumers that have incredible stories, and they would lend a lot of credibility to buying collagen and everything else. I'm just thinking. Does that sound right?
We're gonna let you handle that one.
Oh, is that? Yeah, I think so. I want to make sure I'm understanding. So you want to put people that are already clients or associates in the VIP Black Friday chat?
Particularly customers that have just, or associates that have just gotten the liver cleanse.
Yeah. Yeah, because they can invite their people, especially people who just signed up, new people. This is a great way to get them going.
Yeah.
Great way. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and they see the value of that chat that we've had.
Any other questions? Yeah.
Going late.
Rosemary, can I ask something? Do you have experience also? Now it's an English one, or there's maybe a Spanish one. Is it better to do a VIP list in your own language, like the Dutch? Or what is your experience in that?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's because I have people in both in English and Spanish, then I have separate chat. But yeah, people are always, you would want to have it in your own language just because, like I said, this is the people you're catering to. These are your people, your customers. They want to hear from you, and maybe they don't want to hear it in English. Maybe they say what they feel more comfortable in their language. Because it changes, even in the languages, the way that we talk in English, even in Spanish, so that the Spanish chat has a different culture, a different vibe, different, we say different things. So yes, please customize it as much as you want. We're just putting everybody in a group as a starter. And then when you get the hang of it, it's gonna be an automatic. You're gonna say, okay, I'm gonna start my own chat. You're gonna know what to do. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Okay, good.
That's not it. Al put in our advocate group the information about tomorrow. So share it with everybody you know.
Yeah, guys, let's
Promote it
make
out
it a great call. Let's make it a great call. I know Richard will really set the mindset, the framework for the things you need to do between now and the end of the year to really go into 2026 strong, as you heard, and he'll have a little bit more time to do that. So I know it's going to be a great call. So, and your energy and the numbers of people, I'm still dreaming of calls that are going to be 500 to 1,000 people. That's when we know we're really blowing up. So, let's just keep going. Let's keep going until we get there. But You're the team that's going to make that happen. So get to people and get them on that call, 1 p.m. Central. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. And by the way, it's translated in Spanish and Portuguese. So any of you have Spanish folks as well, get them in there.
Okay. There you go, Mary Jo. You can invite all of Brazil.
You can.
That's Portuguese, not Spanish, Lydia.
But they said they have Portuguese.
We do in Portuguese as
Como
well.
vai, tudo bem?
Tudo bem, então.
We have it in Portuguese too.
Get it in there. All right. Okay, guys.
Okay.
This was a great call, and I'm looking at the beach right now. So I can't wait to run into the sand and go into the beach. So love from Cancun, everybody. Thank you, Richard.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Hi,
See you
everyone.
tomorrow.